Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 must-have cards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM right now, here in Season 7 of NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 12,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Additionally, I just want to make a point. When I say must-have cards, these are not the best cards at their position in the game. These are not the best budget cards. These cards range in price, include some free cards, some more expensive cards, and some budget guys, but all these guys have really good value at their position, and I will explain why for each card as we hop into the video. But before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 12K mark on the channel. I upload every single day. I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, hopping into it, we're starting off with a free card, Aaron Earl Lloyd, who is a top 10 shooting guard in the game. Really good option at that position, an elite level offensive card who can hold his own defensively. A little bit undersized, only 6'5", but he is a great offensive card with an incredible release, amazing slashing and shooting ability, very capable defender, great playmaker, has top tier SIGs, an elite level release, and the tray fade, as well as quick drops off one. He is an amazing offensive card, while not being the greatest defender in the world, just because he's a little bit undersized to hold his own defensively as well. And for a free card, top 10 shooting guard in the game, guy who gets the job done at a very high level. He is a great way to start off this list. At number 9, I'm going with Ron Artest. Ron Artest, who is less than less than 100,000 MT, still a borderline top 5 point guard in the game, an elite level all-around card who has capable size at 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan, elite speed, great shooting ability, really good slasher, and an elite defender, really good all-around badges. He's an elite defender, but he's a very capable offensive card as well, who has tray escape, a great release, tray fade, has really good all-around animations, doesn't have quick drops or front clutches, and that's about his only flaws, that his dunk animations aren't amazing, but everything else is incredible about this Ron Artest card. And he also gives you probably the best defensive 6'7" PG in the game, and look at the defensive stats and badges. They are absolutely incredible. He is an amazing card who is now less than 100,000 MT, and for a buyout PG, he's as good as it gets. Number 8, go with Thurl Bailey, who is super cheap, an amazing budget card option, specifically the hero version, but even the heroic one is good as well. But the hero version, at 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan, he gives you great size, and the size that is going to allow him to compete defensively at small forward against the guys like Bol, Chet Holmgren, Kevin Garnett, Big Z, etc., without breaking the bank by any means. Hotspots from everywhere, 25 Hall of Fame badges, 95 speed and excel with a 95 3-ball, now half bully, limitless takeoff, posterizer, agent 3, blinders, catch and shoot, dead eye, limitless range, clamp breaker, quick first step, anchor challenger, clamps glove, very capable defender. He's got great speed, he's a really good slasher and a great shooter, but also has a really nice release. Tobias Harris is awesome, Jetty Awesome base is also, upper is also awesome. Really good all-around card in a lot of ways. He's got very good SIGs, quick drops off one of the best budget cards in the game, and I think he does deserve a spot in the top 10 on this list as a great option for budget players all around. Number 7, going to go with Galaxy Opal Yao Ming. The only reason he is this low is because he is still very expensive, but Galaxy Opal Yao can compete against Dark Matter Yao, Dark Matter Manute Bull, Dark Matter Rick Smits, etc. And while he is very expensive, he's not going to cost as much as guys like Manute and Dark Matter Yao are going to cost, and he is still the starting center on my team since I don't have Rick Smits. Still a very good card, still obviously going to be one of the more expensive Galaxy Opals in the game, going to cost you probably 300,000 plus MT, maybe even more some days, but he's got 80 speed and excel, can shoot the ball, very good interior player on both ends of the court, still an amazing card. We still know how good Opal Yao is, and he can stop those Giants better than almost anybody, especially for his price point, which is why, despite being a very expensive card still, he does have a pretty solid spot on the list. Number 6, I talked about this guy earlier, it's Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Being 7'3", able to play shooting guard and small forward gives you amazing lineup versatility, because he can guard power forwards, he can guard centers, he can guard guys like Taco Fall really effectively. Even guys like Yao and Spitz and Manute, again, can compete, because with a shoe, with a coach boost, with 74 speed already, he's going to have mid to high 80s speed depending on the coach, 94 shot 3, 95 standing dunk. He's a very good interior defender, has great shooting battles and a very good release. Admittedly a bit slow in his SIGs, while not horrible, are not amazing, and with the speed he's not going to be a great offensive shot creating card or anything, especially at the shooting guard position, but he gives you amazing lineup versatility in that if you play him on your team, you can afford to play shorter players in other spots, whether that's your small forward position or your power forward position, being able to play guys who aren't 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot, 7'1" at those positions, because you have more lineup versatility with a guy like Big Z who can guard those bigger players at the shooting guard position. Then he can also shoot the ball at a super high level and has capable enough speed, and for that reason, especially because of how cheap he is, he has a good spot on this list as well. Number 5, Taco Fall. His price has dropped a lot, which gives him a lot of value in my opinion, because I still think he's a top 10 player in the game, and he is 7'6" with an 8'2" wingspan. I understand he doesn't have great speed or great shooting ability on paper, but he's got a really nice release, and he moves so much faster than 64 speed. Still a super glitchy, super good card in my team. Can get the key badges he needs, like fast twitch, catch and shoot, limitless range, quick first step, maybe a badge like challenger as well. Amazing interior defender, of course, obviously an incredible rebounder, obviously one of the glitchiest mashers in the game. If you've used Taka or played against him, and I know at this point with him having been out, what, 2.5 months now, we've all used Taka, we've all played against him. He's incredibly good for his value, especially now that he's what, 200,000 MT. Like, he's so much cheaper than he used to be. I still think he's a top 5 value card in the game. At number 4, I might be a tiny bit high putting this card, putting Tracy McGrady, the Radiant version specifically, in the top 4, because he is still very expensive. There's no doubt about that. But T-Mac is one of those cards who just has incredible longevity, kind of like an Opal Yao and a Taco Fall, in that he is going to be one of the best shot creators and 300s in the game for the rest of the year, because he's 6'8" with a 7'2" wingspan, has elite size at the shooting guard position, still an amazing defender, but offensively incredible. 97 shot 3, 98 driving dunk, 96 speed and excel, an incredible player, both amazing offensive badges and stats, but an incredible release as well. Even on quick, the KPJ base with Oscar is one of the best couple releases in the game. He's got normal leaner, he's got amazing sigs and front clutches, and moves incredibly well. We all know how good T-Mac is in my team, and this Radiant T-Mac, who's again been out for what, 3 months, over 3 months at this point, still one of the best offensive cards in the game, probably still the 3rd best shooting guard in the game if you were including him behind only Invincible T-Mac and Hero Tim Thomas. I know he's expensive, but he's an in-game level shooting guard, and he is still, I think, the perfect counter, because he's not expensive as a Hero Tim Thomas or an Invincible T-Mac or guys like that at the shooting guard position. Hito Turkoglu comes in top 3 for me, because when you can get a guy for less than 50,000 MT at the point guard position who's 6'10", a very capable defender, has great all-around stats and badges, and an elite release as well as really good sigs, that's just something you're not expecting to get in terms of budget cards. Is a budget card who is incredibly complete and can do it all on the court, both animations wise as well as stat and badge wise. Amazing release, really good shooter, great speed, very good slasher, and a very, very good defender. Has great sigs with Lowry size up, Curry escape. This John Stockton based Trey up on very quick is very similar to a base 98 type release, and it's one of the faster releases in the game. He does have front clutch dunk animations, one of the top 2 dunk animations in the game, and for his price, I mean, I really think he's that good. I think he's I think he's on the level of guys like Ron Artest, Dominique Wilkins, Magic Johnson at the point guard position, a borderline top 5 PG in the game. And when you can get that type of card for less than 50,000 MT, that's just crazy value. Same thing with a guy like Jonathan Isaac, another buyout dark matter, and I think Jonathan Isaac is the 3rd best small forward in the game. I would literally take him over everybody not named Chet Holmgren or Bull. 6'11" with a 7'2" wingspan gives him incredible size at small forward, hotspots from everywhere, 35 Hall of Fame badges, and the offensive hops are amazing, but defensively he's got every single Hall of Fame badge in the game. He's an absolutely insane defender with an amazing player build, but an elite offensive card as well. 94 speed and excel, 95 shot 3, 95 driving dunk, MJ dribble style, Trey size up, John Wall escape, Jonathan Isaac release on very quick is really, really good. Doesn't have the best dunk animations in the world, but he's not like a primary ball handler. I'm not too worried about that, because he is one of the best defensive small forwards in the game with an incredible player build while also being an absolutely amazing offensive card with a money release. And I do think he, in terms of value, is one of the best cards in the game for sure. Considering that you can get this card for significantly under a buyout, to be completely honest, I just love what Jonathan Isaac can give you on the court. And I think in terms of must-have cards, a guy who can stop Bobo and Chet better than pretty much anybody and is a buyout while still being an awesome offensive card with a great release, it's the perfect type of card at the small forward position. Jonathan Isaac comes in at number 2. With that being said, number 1, y'all should not be surprised by this. A free card who is the 2nd best card in the game. You got to get him, man. I know it's RNG. I know it's tough to get the card. I haven't gotten it myself. I haven't even played the game that much myself this season. But if you're grinding unlimited, you're grinding any game mode online, you need this card. 7'4" with a 7'7" wingspan, 81 speed and excel, and an 84 shot 3. You get a coach boost on him, even if it's not one of the most expensive coaches. Let's just say you can afford like an Opal coach, like a Ty Lue with pace and space. You're going to boost that speed up to an 89. A shoe's going to put that in a 93. You get a 3-point shoe on him, that's going to put that 3-ball up into that high 80s. He's got all the key shooting badges that he needs on Hoff, and then you can add Dead-Eye Guard up, Limitless Range, Agent 3 amped as well. You can add handles for days. He's an amazing slasher. He's an incredible interior defender, but more importantly than that, he's got the best release in the game for a giant. Just plain and simple. Anybody 7'3" and over, he has the best release by a decently significant margin of any of them. Moves okay, has quick drops off 1. He can guard Yao, he can guard Manute, he can guard Taco, he can guard all those giants while being an incredible pick and pop card and one of the best overall cards in the game. I legitimately think he's the 2nd best card in the game, and you can say that about a guy who is what? A free? that's not a thing. You just don't expect to see that type of thing in my team, especially not this year, I don't feel like. And 2K has done an amazing job recently with making these cards rewarding. And I think this is an awesome thing that we now have in this game, is cards like this that are as good as Rick Smith's is for free. Hope to see this continue throughout the rest of the year and into next year, but he is the biggest must-have card in the game, in my opinion. So with that being said, that is going to do it for this video. Let me know what y'all think of my list. If there's any other cards that you consider must-haves that you would consider adding to this list as well, and where you would put them. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.